what is the operational cycle? How does it start with? So operations start with money coming in. If you remember, in the finance for non-finance, we had done it. Money comes in. This money is used to buy the assets. These assets are then sweat using the resources of the organization. These resources are, after sweating, they need to be created. They actually create revenue or profit. And this is then generating the further money coming in the company. There is nothing else. This is the organization that you do. And the question is going a little higher level. How does this money come in? Now, this money comes in. Money coming in is nothing but liability. Now, it can be equity, it can be debt. It is liability. It comes in and becomes asset. Balance sheet. Okay. Now, what happens to these assets are being sweat using the resources that are your indirect or direct expenses in the P&L or trading account. This generates profit or revenue and profit. It sits in P&L in or trading account. Which goes back in the form of money in. So this is the cycle connected for the बैलेंस शीट. अब जरा ध्यान से देखते हैं. Money coming in the form of liability is brought in, and before it goes in there, some part of it also goes to the nation development. Which again is reflected in the form of tax in P&L. Now let's look at how this cycle connects to my governance cycle. The money that comes in the form of liability can come in by shareholders. It can come in by bank debt, or it can come in like creditors whom we have to pay. It can come from a form of short-term loans slash deposits or intercorporate deposits. There is no other way. The four ways to get money. It goes and becomes the asset side, which is used. Now, this side, asset side, this money goes and becomes assets. Therefore, a conversion slash utilization happens to become assets of the company sitting in the balance sheet. These assets which are sitting in the balance sheet are used by the resources of the company to make profit. So again, a method of utilizing resources comes into play, which needs to be which generates revenue from customers. This revenue goes and becomes the PBT in my balance sheet, and also goes out in the form of tax payment. Therefore, fair share of profits So if you look at this brown colored thing, if all of them are not connected with the principles, if money coming in, we don't take care of them. If government, we don't take care of them. If there is conversion process is not ethical. So if you look at it, this needs to be dharmic. You have to understand that this needs to be ethical. And then only this becomes should. And then it goes. When this goes and becomes goes to them or them, then only a sustainable nation development and sustainable shareholder share comes into play. To ensure all this is ethical and dharmic is the reason why we need compliances.